everyone, my name is Mika. Thank you for being here again for another video. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. So, today I will be sharing with you all three fall crafts that you can do at home. Something simple, it doesn't take a lot of time. I was very grateful to see how they turned out. It was a process, and during the process, I will express with you all different things that I have learned as I'm doing the craft. And of course, when you're doing crafts, everything doesn't always turn out perfect as planned, and it's okay. That's a part of the learning process. And so, with that being said, know that you can do these crafts. It will not take too much time. And one of the things I will share with you all when I'm doing crafts, I do spread them out over a course of 2 days, sometimes 3 days, depend on my work schedule and, of course, my energy level. Because sometimes after work, I'm tired. So know that crafting can, you don't have to do everything in one day. And that's just my advice to anyone. You can of course, do it over 2 or 3 days. And I know for me, I take my time doing my crafts because I start having ideas of what I can do and my mind changes. And just like anyone else, I start having like ideas, okay, this is what I want to do. To this particular item, this is what I won't do, and what is my vision of how I want it to turn out. Anyway, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, leave a comment, and I hope today's content you enjoy it. Let's get started with our fall craft number one. Today we will be making a fall sign. My inspiration came from Hobby Lobby. They have a fall sign that's very cute and creative, and I told myself I was going to recreate it myself, and hopefully you can do something similar. The first thing I do is remove the harvest sign and the leaf with the bow. I'm going to reuse that bow again for this craft. So just put that to the side. So I went outside and I placed the signs face down. On the previous side, it had harvest, and I just turned them over on the back side where you will see that will be where you scan the label for the price. Here's my food for thought. Get a heat gun to remove the label. I had to go on Amazon to order one. So that is something I will suggest to people if you're wanting to do something beforehand, before spray painting. If you notice, I spray painted the sign with the white spray paint, and this is Rust-Oleum. And basically, I should have removed the labels beforehand. But this was a lesson that I have learned, and hopefully it'll help someone else out before you actually do this yourself because it looked a hot mess. So I received the heat gun from Amazon and I was able to remove the labels. It was so easy. And now it's time to continue on spray painting. And let's go ahead and move on to the next color that I decide. I spray painted on white. Then I had some orange spray paint. I did not like how the orange spray paint turned out, so then I decided to use acrylic paint that I had on hand, and that's what I end up using is I have some pumpkin acrylic paint. So I will leave some of the information in the description below so you can use that, or if you want to use spray paint. Spray paint sometimes is quicker, but I like how the paint turned out, so I love this color. It looks really good. I use the painter's tape to section off the area for the stem. I use this acrylic paint that I had on hand, and basically it's English ivory green. I basically purchased these wooden letters from Amazon, and I told myself I was gonna like spray paint them white. And I was thinking I was gonna paint them at first with some acrylic paint, but then since I was outside like doing things with the wooden sign, I said, well, I'll just go ahead and spray paint them white. What I did is basically um, I painted the signs orange, like a pumpkin orange, spray paint the letters white, use the English ivory green to paint the stem, and then that raffia bow, I just hot glue it on there, and I used the hot glue for the bow and also for the letters. And this is how the fall sign turned out, and I like it. It looks beautiful. This was my inspiration. If you ever go to Hobby Lobby, they have so much beautiful things. And I wanted to do something similar to it. And this is their fall sign. And I hope you can do something like this too. I love how my sign turned out for her. And I know that they have different shapes for their fall sign, but be honest with you, both of them are beautiful in their own unique way. So let's go ahead and get into our next fall craft, number two. This craft right here is going to be so stinking easy. I purchased this home decor from Ollie's, and I already had on hand the grateful and blessed words. And of course, I bought those years ago from the Dollar Tree when they have all their fall decor out. And I thought this will be such a cute idea to just hot glue one of the words onto the little box area. So the only thing you really need is like the little words. You can probably, if you have a Cricut, you probably can use that. Or if you have other words that you would like to use what you have on hand. And know that you don't always have to do every craft from scratch. So hopefully this is something you would like to do also. This craft was very easy. And the only thing I did was hot glue the word onto the box and I'm done. So this is how it turned out. It looks so cute. So let's go ahead and go to craft number three. I purchased these three pumpkin wall decor from the Dollar Tree. The orange pumpkin, I bought it when they first brought out their fall decor. And then I had an idea to use two more. I had to go to two other Dollar Trees just to get the other two white pumpkins. So, what I would recommend if you're in a store and you see something come out of Dollar Tree, go ahead and grab three because I was on this hunt looking for these pumpkin wall decor, and I was so happy when I got the other two. It didn't, and for me, I didn't even care what color they were going to be, but just know that sometimes when you go to these Dollar Trees, if you see something, grab it and head on out because you never know if it's going to be there the next time when you go there. I decided to paint one of the white pumpkin like this English ivory green, and it looked like a bell pepper. But anyway, I said, I like this, and I was trying to get a idea of how everything was going to play out if I wanted to keep it this color or if I need to go lighter. But I actually like it, so it looks good. So I painted the other white pumpkin a coffee color. And so I will leave that below for you all. I did not paint the orange pumpkin. I just left it as is. And when I'm painting, sometimes I paint the back of things. These I did not paint the back of. I think that just painting the front is all that matters. If somebody sees the back, it doesn't matter. But most of the time, like this wall decor, no one's going to see the back. They're not going to know. So what I have done is basically I had when I was before I painted the pumpkin decor, I removed the jute twine. And so it came with their own wooden beads. What I did is remove those old wooden beads that they had on the wooden beads they had originally with the jute twine, and I just added the ones I had at home, and I painted two of the wooden beads. One was a pumpkin color, and then I paint another um, wooden bead, English ivory green. Then I basically, after I finished painting the each pumpkin, and of course I add my words on there, I staple the jute twine back, but I had it set up where these are a different color and I still had some neutral ones. And this is how it turned out. What I would recommend if you do not have a staple gun, they can be hot glued to the back. I just have I know sometimes I use a hot glue gun out of convenience, but the staple gun works just fine. I use my Cricut machine to put the words on each pumpkin, and I just use grateful, thankful, blessed. I think that if you have, say, example, some stickers, I know that Dollar Tree carries sticker words, or any, like if you find some at Dollar General, Dollar Tree, if they have some little stickers that you want to place on there, you can do that to save some money. But this is what I did. I used my Cricut to put those words on there. This is how the home decor turned out. I love how it looks. This is how I place the wall decor next to the picture. I thought it looked beautiful. And actually, the picture gave me inspiration of what colors to use. And I'm happy how it turned out. So just know that anytime you're thinking about something, just do it. And if it don't turn out right, you can go back and fix it. So I am so grateful how these three crafts came together really well.